Kicking off our lineup is the Outlast Trials, a cooperative psychological horror game that transforms the franchise into a terrifying multiplayer experience set during the Cold War era. You and up to 3 friends become test subjects trapped in a sinister facility run by the Murkoff Corporation, forced to complete horrifying experiments while evading twisted enemies. The game maintains the series' signature first-person perspective and defenseless gameplay, meaning you cannot fight back and must rely on stealth, teamwork, and clever use of tools to survive each trial. Communication becomes essential as you coordinate hiding spots, distract pursuers, and revive downed teammates under intense pressure. The atmosphere is relentlessly oppressive, with excellent sound design that keeps you on edge throughout every session. Progression systems allow you to unlock new gear and abilities that provide slight advantages in subsequent runs. The procedurally generated elements ensure that trials feel different each time you play, preventing the scares from becoming too predictable and maintaining high replay value for groups seeking sustained horror thrills. Second on our list is Phasmophobia, the phenomenon that revolutionized cooperative ghost hunting games and continues to terrify players on PS5. This game assigns you and your team the role of paranormal investigators equipped with various ghost detection tools as you explore haunted locations to identify supernatural entities. The brilliance lies in how the game uses voice recognition, allowing the ghosts to hear you speak through your microphone, which creates genuine tension as you must communicate carefully to avoid attracting deadly attention. Each investigation requires gathering evidence through EMF readers, spirit boxes, thermometers, and cameras to determine which of over 20 ghost types is haunting the location. The unpredictability keeps every session fresh, as ghosts behave differently, with some being passive while others aggressively hunt players through darkened corridors. The sanity system adds strategic depth, as spending too much time in darkness or witnessing paranormal events decreases your sanity and makes you more vulnerable to attacks. Playing with friends amplifies both the scares and the fun, as you share terrifying moments and work together to survive increasingly difficult contract levels. Moving into third place is Dead by Daylight, the asymmetrical multiplayer horror game that has maintained its position as a premier online horror experience for years. This game pits 4 survivors against 1 powerful killer in a deadly game of cat and mouse across various iconic horror-themed maps. The survivor gameplay focuses on repairing generators to power exit gates while avoiding the killer, requiring strong teamwork, map awareness, and quick decision-making under pressure. Playing killer offers a completely different power fantasy as you hunt down survivors using unique abilities specific to each killer character. The roster is incredibly diverse, featuring original characters alongside legendary horror icons from franchises like Halloween, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Resident Evil, and Silent Hill. Regular updates introduce new killers, survivors, maps, and gameplay mechanics that keep the meta evolving. The progression system rewards both killers and survivors with perks and abilities that allow for extensive build customization. Playing with friends as a survivor squad creates memorable moments of coordinated rescues, last-second escapes, and hilarious failures that make every match entertaining, regardless of outcome. Coming in at number 4 is Lethal Company, the breakout indie horror hit that combines workplace comedy with genuinely frightening monster encounters. You and your crew work for a company that sends you to abandoned industrial moons to collect scrap and meet quotas, while dealing with bizarre and dangerous creatures. The proximity voice chat creates organic horror moments, as you can only hear teammates when they're nearby, meaning someone can be screaming for help just out of earshot. The gameplay loop is addictively tense, as you balance risk versus reward, deciding whether to venture deeper into facilities for valuable loot or play it safe to ensure you survive. Monsters are diverse and terrifying, each requiring different strategies to avoid or escape, and learning their behaviors through trial and error is part of the fun. The game has a darkly humorous tone, with corporate-themed objectives and expendable employee treatment that provides comedic relief between scares. Equipment purchases between missions let you buy helpful tools like flashlights, walkie-talkies, and shovels. The janky physics and unexpected glitches often lead to hilarious moments that balance the terror perfectly for groups who want horror with laughs. At number 5, we have Devour, a compact but intensely scary cooperative horror game, where you and up to 4 players must stop possessed cult leaders from summoning demons. Each map presents a unique scenario with different objectives and enemy types, keeping the gameplay varied across multiple sessions. The possessed cultists actively hunt your team while you complete rituals to banish them, creating constant pressure as you cannot simply hide and wait out the danger. The difficulty scales dramatically based on how many players are in your session and which difficulty level you select, offering accessibility for casual horror fans while providing brutal challenges for hardcore players. Jump scares are frequent and effective, often catching even experienced horror gamers off guard. The atmosphere is thick with dread, thanks to excellent lighting, sound design, and environmental storytelling that builds tension before encounters. Maps are relatively small, which keeps the action focused and prevents dead time where nothing is happening. Playing with a coordinated group is immensely satisfying when you successfully complete a ritual under extreme pressure, while failures lead to hilarious panic moments as everyone scrambles to survive the final moments. Sliding into 6th position is the Dark Pictures anthology Little Hope, a cinematic horror adventure designed specifically for shared narrative experiences. This interactive drama plays like a horror movie, where you and a friend make choices that dramatically impact the story and determine which characters survive until the credits roll. The game supports both online and couch co-op, with the latter using a pass-the-controller style that works surprisingly well for groups gathered around a TV. Set in a foggy, abandoned town, the story involves a group of college students and their professor who become trapped in a nightmarish situation connected to historical witch trials. The quick time events and dialogue choices create tension, as failures can result in permanent character deaths that alter the narrative in meaningful ways. The graphics are impressive, with detailed character models and atmospheric environments that enhance the cinematic presentation. Playing with someone else transforms the experience into a collaborative storytelling session, where you debate choices, react to scares together, and share the emotional weight of consequences. Multiple playthroughs reveal different story paths and outcomes, encouraging you to replay with different decision-making approaches to uncover all the narrative possibilities. Taking the 7th spot is Evil Dead the Game, an asymmetrical multiplayer title that brings the beloved horror comedy franchise to life with faithful recreation of its tone and characters. 4 survivors work together to complete objectives across large maps, while one player controls a demonic Kandarian demon attempting to stop them. The survivor gameplay emphasizes cooperation as you collect map pieces, find the Necronomicon, and defend the Dark Ones while managing limited resources. Each survivor has unique abilities based on characters from the films and TV series, allowing for varied playstyles, from melee specialists to support roles. Playing as the demon offers strategic gameplay as you possess environmental objects, summon deadites, and eventually control powerful boss units to overwhelm the survivors. The combat is satisfyingly visceral, with melee weapons, firearms, and special abilities creating chaotic battles. The tone perfectly captures the franchise blend of horror and humor, with one-liners, over-the-top gore, and absurd situations. Maps are detailed and expansive, based on iconic locations from the series. While the game requires some learning curve to master its systems, coordinated teams will find incredible satisfaction in narrowly surviving demon assaults or executing well-timed clutch plays that turn certain defeat into victory. At number 8, we find Labyrinthine, a first-person cooperative horror game that sends you and up to 3 friends through haunted mazes filled with supernatural threats. The game features multiple chapters, each with distinct settings and horror themes, ranging from haunted hedge mazes to creepy fairgrounds and beyond. The core gameplay involves solving environmental puzzles while avoiding or escaping from hostile entities that patrol the areas. Communication is vital as you guide each other through the labyrinthine environments, call out danger, and coordinate actions to progress safely. The monsters are genuinely frightening, with excellent audio cues that signal their presence and create mounting dread as they draw closer. Unlike some horror games where you become desensitized to scares, Labyrinthine maintains tension throughout by varying encounter types and keeping you uncertain about when and where threats will appear. The atmosphere is meticulously crafted, with detailed environments, effective lighting, and ambient sounds that immerse you in each location. Checkpoint systems provide relief without making the game too easy, as dying still sets you back enough to maintain stakes. The puzzle design is clever without being frustratingly obscure, striking a good balance that keeps momentum while providing satisfying problem-solving moments between the scares. Coming in at number 9 is Dead Space Remake, the masterfully reimagined survival horror classic that, while primarily single-player, offers a deeply engaging experience, perfect for sharing with friends through pass-and-play sessions. This remake of the 2008 sci-fi horror masterpiece puts you in the boots of engineer Isaac Clarke as he investigates a mining ship overrun by grotesque alien organisms called necromorphs. The gameplay revolutionized horror with its strategic dismemberment system, when you must cut off limbs of enemies rather than simply shooting center mass, creating uniquely tense combat encounters. The Ishimura spaceship is a character itself, with its oppressive corridors, malfunctioning systems, and environmental storytelling that reveals the tragedy that unfolded. The zero-gravity and vacuum sections add variety to traversal and create memorable set pieces. While not traditional multiplayer, the game is fantastic for taking turns during deaths or chapters, allowing friends to experience the terror together and strategize about resource management and combat approaches. The remake enhances the original with stunning visuals, improved audio design, and quality of life improvements, while maintaining the core experience that made it legendary. Rounding out our list at number 10 is A Quiet Place: The Road Ahead, a recent survival horror game that brilliantly translates the film franchise tension into interactive gameplay. This single-player experience becomes an incredible shared horror experience when played with friends, watching and participating in decision-making. The game centers on sound-based stealth mechanics, where making noise attracts deadly alien creatures with hypersensitive hearing. You must navigate post-apocalyptic environments while managing your noise output through careful movement, timing actions with environmental sounds, and using tools strategically. The microphone integration is optional, but adds immersive tension as real-world sounds can alert creatures in-game. Playing with others creates organic cooperative moments as watchers help spot dangers, suggest routes, and share the emotional intensity of close calls. The story follows original characters in the film universe, expanding the lore while maintaining the oppressive atmosphere. Environmental puzzles require observation and planning, as rushed actions lead to noise and swift death. The creatures are terrifyingly effective hunters that create genuine fear when they enter your vicinity, forcing agonizingly slow movement to safety.